educational content published by Egg-Free Epicurean, peanut-free and tree nut-free too. I'm Amy Jones Anichini, the founder and CEO of the company, and we're discussing our checklist for those newly diagnosed with a food allergy. And we're now up to, let's see, checklist item number 6. Read the label of every food item in your house and throw out the foods that either contain or have exposure to the foods that you're allergic to. Now I know just hearing this is probably making the skin on your arms prickle, and it's probably making you defensive because you might not be really quite ready to do this, but it's important. And the reason that it's important is because once you or your child is diagnosed with a food allergy, you have to approach food in a completely different way than you ever have before. Think about this for a minute. Every time your child takes a bite of food, they risk being exposed to what they're allergic to. Think about that. Every single time they take a bite of food. Now, the easiest way to keep them safe is to provide safe foods for them, whether you're at home or out. But one of these first things that we recommend that you do is get the dangerous foods out of the house right away and keep them out. Hopefully you can take the time to do this as soon after the diagnosis as possible. And it might take you a little bit of time, but hopefully you're only going to have to do it once. You're going to go through your freezer, your refrigerator, and your pantry, and you're going to read each label, and you're simply just going to get rid of the things that potentially could cause your child to have an allergic reaction. So once you've done it once, that's kind of the big hurdle. Keeping them out of the house is much easier than getting them out of the house in the first place, because there probably are all kinds of things that you haven't even thought of that could, now pose a problem for your child. So just get them out of the house. Now, this is easy for me to say because we have 2 children. Let's say, because I can already hear some of you out there arguing with me already. Let's say that you've got 3 children, and it's your 2 oldest children don't have any food allergies, and your youngest child has got 4 major food allergies. Let's say they've got eggs, peanuts, tree nuts, and dairy. Okay, so what are you supposed to do? Do you completely rid the house of all of these kinds of foods, or do you provide certain areas of the house where things like milk can still be available for your older children? Okay, this is a question that I can't answer for you. Each family is different. I can tell you from our own experience that the easiest way to manage the health of the person in the family that has food allergies is to get all of the potentially dangerous foods out of the house. And it's worked fine for us. It just takes communication and making sure that everybody understands why we're doing this. However, that might not work for every family, so we don't want to burden you by making you feel like certain children can't eat certain foods. So think about it. Think about how your family can best manage it. If you have older children, and particularly if the child with the food allergies is older and can understand, okay, I can't eat anything in the house except for the foods that are on that shelf that's labeled, not for Mike or whatever, then that's fine. Maybe that's the way that you can approach it. If your child is younger, or you might have babysitters in the house, or you might have grandparents in the house, be safe. Get it out of the house. Just don't even have it there. An accident can't happen if it's not in the house in the first place. So get it out of the house and keep it out of the house. And in the next checklist item, we're going to tell you how to read a food label so that you can get these items out of your house and keep them out of your house. Thanks.